Hello, good morning and welcome to your newspaper review segment on Thav TV. My name is William Sabwile and this is a very beautiful morning out here, the 15th day of September 2021, and we are live on the streets of Port Harcourt, Nigeria with our newspaper headlines from our national and local dailies. You are very welcome to join us this morning with your reactions and responses on the comment section. We'll be glad to hear from you. Do well to drop them there. We want to hear from you. All right, if this is your first time of seeing this video, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to always get notified whenever we bring up our programs, and of course don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And on Facebook we are Thav TV, on Instagram we are Thav TV_NG. But for this morning, let's go straight to the newspaper reviews with the headlines. Stay tuned. Let's begin this fine morning with this day newspaper, one of the national dailies. Let's go straight to the headlines here. We start from the top here. It says, Amafiele, Nigeria spends 40% of FX on importation of petrol. Orders, Nigeria spends 40% of FX on importation of petrol. Orders, hinges floating the Naira on Dangote refinery. Petrochemical plants coming on stream. Assures foreign investors of prioritized settlement. That's coming from the central bank governor, Amafiele. All right, we'll move on. The big headline here on this day newspaper says, Ayu emerges consensus PDP chairmanship candidate. Ayu emerges consensus PDP chairmanship candidate. How Mac Shema Nazif stepped aside. Nigeria is worse than Somalia under APC, says new helmsman. That's coming from the house of PDP. You can pick up a copy of this day newspaper for the 15th day of September, and you will get all the full story there. And then moving on, we see this one down here. It says, Presidency, Pandef advises not to wait till 2031. Pandef advises not to wait till 2031. All right, if you want to know all the details, pick up a copy of this day newspaper and read for yourself. All right, let's move on with other national dailies. All right, let's take on the Punch newspaper for this 15th day of September 2021. Let's start with the big headlines here. It says, Ayu's emergence as chair. North gets PDP's nod to contest 2023 presidency. It was put in black and white that North Central could contest. Barra J. North can't produce president. Chairman same time, says George. All right, we move on with other headlines here on the Punch newspaper. We see here, down here, we see Force Headquarters, 3 choppers, 34,587 cops to police Anambra gubernatorial election. All right, Force Headquarters, 3 choppers, 34,587 cops to police Anambra governorship election. All right, that's a very interesting one coming from Anambra State. All right, you can pick up a copy of the Punch newspaper to read all the full gist for yourself. And of course, don't forget to drop your comments and reactions. We'll be really glad to hear from you. Let's move on with other newspapers. All right, let's take a look at the Daily Sun newspaper. All right. Let's start from the top here. It says, North settles for Ayu as PDP national chairman. Ex-Senate president beats Shema Ningi. Why will win presidency? Former education minister. All of that is coming from the house of the PDP. All right, let's take on the big headlines here. It says, Anambra Guba will bury rigging. INEC. Anambra Guba will bury rigging. INEC. IGP to deploy 34,587 cops, helicopters, dogs, orders. Supreme Court affirms Soludo as Abga Guba candidate. All right, all of that's coming from Anambra State. Pick up a copy of Daily Sun newspaper and read up the story. We also see down here on the Sun, we see Wike to NJC Don't appoint non-courageous lawyers as judges. All right, that's all coming from the Daily Sun newspaper. Do well to pick it up and read up the whole story. Thank you for staying with us. All right, on to the Nation newspaper this morning, the 15th day of September 2021. Let's see what the headlines looks like here. We'll jump straight to the big one here. It says, Osibanjo to governors, don't bank on monthly allocation. VP urges states to drive their economies like sovereign nations. Fayemi, Sanwo-Olu, Obaseki, El-Rufai seek favorable policing policy. All right, we move on to other headlines here on the Nation's newspaper. Let's see this one. It says, why not PDP leaders settled for Ayu as PDP chair? You want to know the reason? All right, pick up a copy of the Nation newspaper and, of course, read up all the story concerning that headline for yourself. But of course, we'd love to hear from you. We'd like to get your reaction to the headlines on the comment section. All right, well, let's move on to other headlines here. It says, court bars PDP from acting on Obi's suspension. And then other headlines here says, Obiano proposes 141.9 billion budget. All right, that's all we'll be taking this morning on the headlines from our national dailies. Please drop your comments on the comment section. We'll be glad to hear from you. All right, that will be all for today's segment on the newspaper review segment. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk to anyone this morning. But of course, we'll still have Monday to bring another episode to you. Do well to join us on Monday for another interesting segment. My name is William Sabule, and today is the 15th day of September 2021. Thank you for staying with us. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, follow us on Facebook. Facebook is Thav TV. And on Instagram, Instagram is Thav TV_NG. See you next time.